Hey everyone, Rosemarie Havsom back again to help you take full control of your life by what you choose to put at the end of your fork. So let's get into it. He's back. President Donald Trump has ruffled more feathers in the first week of being in office and by signing a number of executive orders. In case in point is his rollback of DEI programs, that's diversity, equity, and inclusive programs, which he has deemed to be wasteful government spending. And as a part of that, many billion-dollar companies like Target, Amazon, and Walmart have followed suit by pulling back their DEI programming in order to have inclusive diversity in their staff from employment sources. A case in point is Tabitha Brown. Tabitha Brown is known for her hair care products, her cooking, and her books. And now she has been speaking out against the boycotting of Target. Many people in the Black community have been starting a campaign to target Target by telling people to boycott that store. And Tabitha Brown had something to say about that. Let's take a look at this clip and we'll be right back to talk about it.
But the thing that concerns me the most, and I want you to hear me and hear me well, if we all decide to stop supporting said businesses and say, I can't buy nothing from there, even the businesses who were affected by the DEI ban, right? What that does is you take all our sales and they dwindle down. And then those companies get to say, oh, your products are not performing. And they can remove them from the shelves and then put their preferred businesses on the shelves. And then what happens to all the businesses who've worked so hard to get where they are?
If you watch the full clip that Tabitha Brown posted, she's not saying that people shouldn't boycott. What she is saying is that remember that there are people, diverse groups, people from the Black and African American communities who have worked tirelessly to get their products into those stores and on those shelves. It is a very difficult process to even get the time and the place on shelves in these big box stores like Target and Walmart. So boycotting is going to hurt African American business owners who finally have their products in those stores. And I understand that. One of the things that we have to remember is that stress is one of the other silent killers of many people. When it comes to the African American experience and Black American experience in general, we are seeing that there are many preventable chronic illnesses that are being caused because of ongoing chronic stress. Tabitha Brown was attacked thoroughly on the internet because of what she said. And if people really had listened to the entire post that she made, they would see that she's not saying don't boycott, but just remember about the Black and other people of color who have struggled to get their products on the shelves in those companies. Now, with Tabitha Brown, she also said that she is under contract with Target for about another year. And then at that point, she'll consider what she's going to do moving forward. So as it stands right now, even though she doesn't like the idea that DEI has been rolled back and that Target has now removed those programs from their stores, she doesn't like it. But at the same time, her hands are tied for the time being because she's under contract with Target. And I fully understand that. But what we're seeing is that African American people and Black Americans in general experience higher levels of stress in the workforce just by existing. Now that DEI programs have been rolled back, we're now focusing all of our attention and negative energy on a particular Black person who has a Black owned business that is saying don't boycott the Black business owners that are on the shelves in these companies. Now we're focusing all of the negative energy on that person. What is that doing? And what is that saying to how we are and how we show up as a community? Black Americans experience a lot of stress in the workforce as it is. And now we're directing that stress on a person of color like Tabitha Brown, we're directing all of that negative energy to her. And what kind of mental stress is that causing her now that she has to go back and defend herself over remarks that were quite balanced if you listen to it all? We have to stop being an emotional people. We have to stop giving into emotional responses that, hey, are triggering cortisol release in our bodies while we are focusing the negative energy on one person in the Black community that decided to speak out about, let's think it through and have a level-minded approach to how we are dealing with the rollback of DEI programs in big box stores. That shouldn't be the case. But unfortunately, it seems like a lot of people in the Black community in America are missing the point. They're missing the irony that if you are experiencing stress and unfairness and inequality in the workforce and in your life at large, why are you now redirecting all of that and causing that on one person who was brave enough to stand up and talk about, let's be reasonable in our dealing. This is a person who has worked very hard to get her products on the shelves at Target. And that was seen as an accomplishment. But now that we have Donald Trump rolling back DEI programs, all of a sudden now that accomplishment is no longer a good thing, a positive thing for Tabitha Brown, we need to look at what we're doing to contribute to the stresses of other people within the Black community. We need to look at that and we need to examine what we're doing in our part to contribute to that. We also need to remember that having emotional responses to logical points is going to have a negative effect on us. And in turn, will then focus that negative energy on others. Something to think about as we see what is happening in the new world with President Trump. There are going to be many more things that are going to happen in life. But one thing we need to remember is that as a group, as a people, we need to remember to be empathetic to others in our community. People in the Black community are allowed to have their own thoughts and to have their own opinions. But it doesn't mean we have to always be looking to take down a person in our community if they voice an opinion that's different from ours. Something to think about. Let's stop causing stress to others and stop causing stress to ourselves by remembering to turn down and take a beat and not just have an emotional response to things that are happening in our world, but to remember that we have to take care of ourselves and take care of each other. And a part of that is showing empathy and love and positivity. What do you think about the Tabitha Brown controversy? Is it a controversy? And is she justified by what she said about people being mindful, especially Black Americans, being mindful of other Black Americans who've worked so hard to get their products finally on the shelves of big box stores like Target? To be mindful that we don't just boycott because that will affect other Black Americans who finally have their products on the shelves. What do you think about it? Is she justified in what she said? And is the boycott something that you think is a positive thing or a negative thing for Black Americans with products on the shelves of stores that have rolled back DEI like Target and Walmart? Let us know what you think by commenting below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And remember, I have a YouTube channel too, where I talk about all things about keeping healthy and wealthy, because health is wealth. We'll see you over there. My Havsom channel is HAV for Victor, SOM for mother. That's Havsom. And we'll see you then. Have a good one. Bye.